Hi all, and welcome to the 5th episode of the Burrow Podcast. My name is Luca, and I'm joined here alongside Cody. Three of our other members, Zane, Ruben, and CJ, were unable to be with us today. On today's episode, we'll be discussing our recent match against the Dolphins, as well as some announcements we have to make. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So we can start off by talking about last Friday's match against the Dolphins. It was great to start off the year on a high. Cody, what were your general thoughts on the win that we had?
Oh, well, as you know, first game for the year back at home was originally going to be at some call, but due to circumstances got moved. But overall, it may not have been the best game we've ever watched, but praise to be, it was a gutsy win, and we got the job done. 16 points to 14. What a good way to start off the year. Obviously, as we were both there, we've lost our voices, and my goodness, that try from Tass that went over to score the winning try, could not believe it, and it was just so great to get a win to start off round one, and also coming off a 7-game losing streak.
Yeah, certainly. Was there any players that really stood out to you? We had Munro with his 2 tries, which, resulted in an unfortunate injury for him. He's done his collarbone again, I think 6 to 8 weeks, something like that. We had Hubner on his debut. I'll speak about him if you like. What did you think of his performance on debut, Cody?
Oh, lucky Hubner, where do we start with him, eh? He had a blinder of a game, making a great impact starting at lock. Unfortunately, Murray has out for the year, but Hubner taking his place. I think he's the right choice to be our lock going further. But overall, for his debut, I think he played excellent. He made great tackles, made a couple excellent plays as well. But overall, I think he made quite a first impression, and I think he was very amazing on the night against the Dolphins.
Yeah, certainly. I think he can keep that spot until Murray comes back. Great first impression for his debut, for sure.
Yep.
Now, with Humphries at halfback, do you see him staying there when Dodd returns from his injury?
I think Jamie's going to be our starting 7 going in the future. I think how he played as well alongside Cody Walker for the first time for the whole year, I think it was excellent. And with Dodd, I know obviously everyone wasn't happy with him in the trials because of how he played, but it's just trials. Get over it. But I think Jamie will be our starting 7 going in the future. But in case if injuries do happen to our squad, then we can see that Jamie can go at 9 and then Dodd can come in at 7. But I think for the time being, Lewis Dodd will just be on the sidelines waiting to get his chance to play for us.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, I'll correct myself. I meant to say suspension, not injury, but that's okay. I think I definitely agree with you there. I think Humphries definitely deserves to stay at halfback. I think he really won that role over Dodd for now, at least. Dodd hasn't really had a chance, like a proper chance at a first grade game besides the trials, but I don't know. From what I've seen of Humphries, I think he can really win that spot. And on Friday night, we had the return of a couple of players, such as Campbell Graham and Junior Tola. What did you rate of their performance, Cody? We can start with Campbell Graham, if you like.
Yeah, we'll start with Stretch, of course. Been over 500 days since his last first grade game. So back in 2023, unfortunately, injuries with his sternum, and then he had a hand injury. Thankfully, he came back for round 1. Overall, I think he made his. He didn't leave anything behind of when he was injured. I think he actually played a lot more better than everyone thought. Graham went onto the wing as well due to, we'll discuss later on, but I think Graham played better in the wings than he played in the centres. But overall, for his first game back, I think Graham put on a good performance. He even got one of the Dolphins players into touch as well, which was excellent to see from him. And down from the other side where we were as well. It was excellent.
Yes, it certainly was. What did you rate of Junior Totola? I know he didn't have too much game time, not as much as Campbell Graham, of course, with him starting on the bench. But from what you saw of him, did you think he played well?
Yeah, I think for what the limited time that Totola had, obviously he's coming off a really long extended foot injury. I think he played very good. Not his best, obviously, but it was a good step for him to come back into the squad, and hopefully he'll get a starting spot in the forwards. Hopefully later in the year. But it was a good sign that Totola that he played good, and we'll see how much we'll see from him in future games.
Yeah, certainly it was great to see him back after quite a long time, and a very handy player to have, whether he starts or comes off the bench. So we have some announcements to make now. So this Saturday with our game against the Dragons, originally we had a bus planned up to Wollongong, or down to Wollongong, I should say. But that has been cancelled due to the lack of interest. So we could possibly do a bus for Canberra, which we are currently discussing, but more information will come out soon. And if we can get numbers this time, yes, it will go ahead. But if the same story happens and we don't really get that many numbers, it most likely will not go ahead. And on the topic of this Saturday's game against the Dragons, we are doing a pre-game meetup at the Harp Hotel from 12 p.m. And on top of that, you get a free sausage sizzle when you come down. So that'd be great. And
Yum.
Yeah, exactly. Very. As well as that, we have some scarves still available for $30 each, which will be available on sale at the game on Saturday. So I'll show you guys here. That's one side of it. You got the Burrow. Yep, Cody's holding is a bit upside down.
Yep.
Then you got Marching to 22. So Marching to 22 titles and Take Me Home. Botany Road, our famous chant on the bottom every time we win a game. We were very glad to sing that on Friday night. It's been a while, been a long while, I think since Central Coast last year or something. So,
yep,
there you go. See how Sandy till I die. Yeah. So that actually wraps us up for today's podcast. I want to thank you all for listening in. I know it's a bit of a short one today, but as time goes on and we get some more people on here, they'll go for longer and we have more to discuss about. Cannot wait to see you all on Saturday for you coming down. Hopefully we can see you pre-game at the Harp Hotel. All of our information will be on our social medias. And yeah, can't wait. Go the Rabbits.
Yep. And I just want to make an announcement as well. Also, if you guys have not checked out yet, I do have a YouTube channel called Cody's Footy World. I have posted my first vlog of the year as well, between us and Dolphins. It was such a crazy game. Once you guys have watched this, make sure you go check it out on my YouTube channel. I've got a playlist for you guys to check it out as well. So hopefully you'll enjoy it.
There you go.